That's so many things. Welcome to Daredevil, comic books, and more. We're only talking Daredevil. That's all we do here. It's fully taken over the show. We got Daredevil on TV. We got Daredevil in books. We got Daredevil on our arms too. Jeremiah, segue to show off your arm. Show it off. There it is. There it is. Panel is comic books and more, guys. Welcome. I'm Pierre, joined by Jeremiah, Dimitri, and our handsome producer Kyle. Plus the always awesome Juan reads comics. That's right.
What's going on?
We'll insert the clapping right there. Thank you.
Will being
the
key thing there.
Yep.
Thank you, Kyle. Tonight we're hitting the biggest comic headlines, new releases, and the news that matters. Let's dive into new episodes of Daredevil Born Again. Amazing.
Yes.
Very good.
We got two episodes.
Can we season 1, season 2 so far? This is better, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. It's aggressive. It's really good.
You got to remember, season 1 was I love it. Don't get me wrong. It was a hack job. It was shot and then re-edited a million times and cut it into different pieces, which is why certain characters weren't fleshed out yet, and why Muse kind of fell by the wayside, and this, that, and the other. There's a lot of issues with season 1. Don't get me wrong. Love it. Absolutely love it. My boy. But so far, we're 3 episodes into season 2, and it is absolutely fantastic. We're getting a lot of great character development. We're getting a lot of depth. We're getting a lot of dichotomy between Kingpin and Daredevil. It's been a lot of fun. So first things first, Shoot the Moon, episode 2. Thoughts? Kyle, I'll let you go first.
I like the part where they shot the moon.
Yeah, that was good.
We actually just sent a rocket there like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, we did. No, not to it, around it.
Right around it, to prepare it to go to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this was better than the first, I felt, but I do feel like the third was obviously the strongest, and not to sound like Pierre, but like there was more action in the third one, so I like that one better.
So good. The action was awesome.
But I do think they dropped both for the sole reason that 2 was wordy, you know?
Yeah, there was a lot of exposition in 2, but there was a lot of like creativity and nicety in 2 as well, with Bullseye showing up at the church and asking specifically for Maggie.
Yep.
So I'm curious if they're going to be following the storyline where the Frank Miller storyline, Daredevil 160, where Bullseye becomes obsessed with Daredevil, and that's all he can see is Daredevil. Literally, he's seeing individual people walking by as Daredevil. It's a really, really interesting story.
I definitely think you're onto that. Like, there's no real other way that could go, and the fact that he's helping him.
Is he helping him so much so as he's like, this is the thing now because he's everywhere in his head? And they do a lot of great job with colors in this series specifically. Whenever Bullseye's losing his mind, essentially, the screen goes blue. So when he's in the church, you got the blue, and then he walks out of the elevator and the blue light shines down after he takes care of those henchmen. Other thoughts on episode 2, we do get that boxing scene. Like, Fisk is training for a celebrity boxing match, which is going to be exciting. And when he punches a trainer, that is a reference to another Frank Miller Kingpin issue, specifically issue 170, where he throws a bunch of hand ninjas around just because he's training. And that's when we really find out at that moment that Kingpin's not fat. He's just strong as all hell. And so this is a little bit of a tangent, but Daniel, Daniel's been a very interesting character to follow for the first 3 episodes. Obviously, he was very important in season 1. But in episode 1, he's wearing a knit hoodie. In episode 2 and 3, you see his office a little bit more. He's got a Knicks pennant. He's got a Jets like lanyard, and he's got a Yankees glove. There's no way that he's a Yankees fan. He's definitely a Mets fan. If he's a Jets fan, Knicks fan, there's no way he's a Yankees fan.
He could just be like Pierre and just
likes the merch.
likes
True. I think he is going to become the Rose. I have a feeling that Daniel's going to become the Rose.
And who is that, Jeremiah? And can you say into the camera loud, I know who he is and he's the Rose? Because it's been working just a little bit.
I think Daniel is going to become the Rose. In the comics, the Rose is Wilson Fisk's son who builds up a crime empire to stop him. So I think that Daniel is eventually going to be betrayed by Fisk and become the Rose. That's my opinion. There's a lot of like Rose themes in episode 2, where Matt and Karen meet is back at that Mexican restaurant they met in season 1 of the Netflix series, which has the Rose neon sign. And then when Vanessa's dreaming of Bullseye killing her, the Rose by the bedside, it's blue because it's a dream and Bullseye's there, and then it turns red when she wakes up. So
wow, you like paid attention. Damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is kind of my thing quite a bit. Also, we get to see Angela getting she gets the amulet in episode 2, and we get to see her as a version of the White Tiger in episode 3. So Juan, do you have anything else that you want to add?
Well, I fell asleep through the second episode. I fell asleep through the second episode, and I did get to the third episode. But I will just say this: from what I'm seeing so far, Matt is angry. From what I see so far, he is angry. What I've seen from the fight scenes, from what I've seen so far, they're a little bit more violent than we've seen in the first season. So this might be leading up. This might be leading up to something like him just losing himself in something, or maybe even,
accidentally.
Yes, accidentally doing something to somebody. So
now, do you know who's more angry than Matt is in this season so far?
Karen. She
Ooh,
wants blood.
Karen wants a pound of flesh.
She wants to use the gun.
Yeah,
so
she
much.
does.
Jenny
she just
brought
wants
up
to shoot.
Jenny brought up a small good point, and it's like how much time has really gone on between season 1 and season 2, because she is like skilled, like way too skilled now, and like it almost feels like she gained those skills way too quick.
So I think that has something to do with going back to the Punisher series, where Punisher like trained her.
Mm.
Because we don't see her much in season 1. We see her in episode 1 and we see her in episode 8. She's gone throughout the entire season. So
okay, all right, I'll give you that. Just because she really took out that one cop just too easily, and then wrapped him up as like, he's in. I have him. He's contained. Whatever.
He was also kind of not wanting to attack them, not because he wanted to be on their team, he wanted to be on their side. He's actually seen in season 1 as just a cop before the task force is assembled.
Okay.
So that's a thing that does happen. Same actor, same everything. So yeah, Karen is feisty as all hell. And now moving on to episode 3. Now for sure, I do agree that Heather is going to become Muse.
So you actually called that out, I'm pretty sure, like last season. I'm pretty sure either you or Kyle, someone here.
I think Kyle did.
I don't remember. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was brought up and we were like, it was speculated. Like, we're like, yo, this is definitely happening next season. Cause you're like, it just didn't make sense that they would erase a character so quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
so
I know they did it with Gore, but like this is one of the
for a TV show
characters.
though. Yeah, you're 100% right. It was quick, and this makes sense. It makes sense this was planned, but I would say not to break Jeremiah's 270K views, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're kind of taking a little bit from Typhoid Mary and kind of almost giving her personality where like she's a Muse character, she's an evil therapist, and then she might even have like a more like back to what she was when Matt was dating her. She might have a multiple personality kind of thing, and I think they might stretch this out and just leave it sprinkled for the next season.
Mm-hmm. I think if she does become Muse, it won't be until the very end of this season. But she is literally cracking, like the wall is cracking. I 100% agree with Draven G96. I will say, though, so far they've done Cole North dirty. They've done Cole North very, very dirty. Detective North, not even a detective anymore. And Draven also said, it's weird how they're making Bullseye's color blue when his colors are usually black and white. That is true, but he also does have a blue costume as well. And that
What's this costume that he's got going with like I don't know the proper word for it, his face mask?
That is a Marco Cinichetto.
Is that Ultimate or
nope? That was from the Zdarsky Cinichetto run.
Oh, okay.
That he donned that for sure. But I think the reason why they're doing blue for Bullseye is because Daredevil's red. So it's the dichotomy between those two colors because they're opposite on the color wheel and whatnot. So yeah. Swordsman with a rebar sword. That was cool as shit. That was cool.
I didn't think he was cool to this episode. He's cool.
He was cool in Hawkeye.
He wasn't really.
That's cool in Hawkeye.
No.
He was cool in Hawkeye, man. Come on.
Thank you, Juan. Come on.
I love the actor, but like it was just that.
Yeah.
In Hawkeye. It was just the fact of like, oh, like Breaking Bad guy, the Better Call Saul guy. Like that was it.
He is a perfect cast for the character, I think.
No, he works. I love it.
It has been great.
And so this is technically the 5th season of Daredevil, right? Mm-hmm. And so this is the 5th time we've gotten a 3rd episode, right? Following? If you take all of the 3rd episode fight scenes at the end of the scene, they are all almost perfect. The hallway scene in season 1, the staircase scene in season 2 in the hospital, the Electra scene in season 3. I'm pretty sure there was one in season 1 of Born Again, but this one in the Red Hook prison system, the tracking shot, it's 2.5 minutes of uncut, unedited shot. It's awesome as hell. Obviously, there's times where they do cut, and but it's done very, very seamlessly. We really get to see I don't want to say comedic in terms of funny, but comedic in terms of like comic-esque fighting style of Matt in this season for sure. He's using the billy clubs way more than he ever has before. He's using them to bounce off of stuff that isn't really all that scientifically physics-based in real life. But yeah, definitely awesome. And then we finally do get to see Angela as her version of White Tiger using her uncle's knife to slash the tires. That was such a really cool thing.
It 3 times because it was
like a
more effective.
Yeah.
I don't love her costume. I understand it's like the first costume, but I was kind of like, really? Like, I would have her still plain hoodie at that point.
I was really hoping Matt was going to get in the driver's seat of the Jeep just because it would have been funny.
I know. What a missed opportunity.
But we do get a nice reference to that new Avengers issue where Daredevil has a gun and just starts firing literally blindly.
I like that.
We kind of get a reference to that. I feel that's a reference to that in that one fight scene.
Yeah, I think so.
I will shut up now, and you guys can discuss a little bit more of what you think of these.
Great job, Jeremiah. I'm gonna make a joke.
Fantastic.
No, this is great. I think this is the beginning of the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. We have White Tiger. We now have a confirmed Firestar in Spider-Man. No Way Home. No, that's not No Way Home. What is this one?
Brand New Day. You're way off. Day.
So we got Spider-Man Brand New Day. We got Firestar in that, right? Confirmed. We know that for sure. It's definitely not anything Jeremiah said. And now you have this, and then you're gonna have Iceman, and it's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna have a great time.
Where's White Tiger and the Amazing Friends? I'm just curious.
They're gonna add.
You nailed the rest of them, friends. But you added White Tiger.
You gotta add her in. She's just like Amazing Friends +1.
That was a good show though. When it was Peter, her, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. That was a fun show.
Yeah,
I don't remember the name of it. You definitely are mixing
say,
that with the classic.
You're not referring to the 1970s show.
No, the 1970s was Amazing Friends. Then they had another one, which was Spider-Man. I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man, I want to say.
Spectacular.
No.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Was it Spectacular?
Nope.
It was one of those.
No, it wasn't.
See, now Kyle's going to make the cut and the clip, and it's going to show the right thing when we're both wrong. And he's just like, nope. And that's the right thing.
Yeah, Pierre, you're
I'm
mixing the classic Iceman Firestar.
No, I know what I'm mixing. I know that for sure.
All right. As long as you know.
Yeah.
There's no one else.
I just figured you modern it up, right? It's modern times, so now White Tiger's in the mix. You throw Iron Fist in there with a recast because it's got to happen.
Swordmaster.
Swordmaster, and then you throw whatever. It'll be good. Daredevil. That's what we did. We just did it. I think that's everything. I think we go to. Oh, you son of a! Daredevil.
You have no idea, Pierre. You have no idea.
Daredevil #1 just came out today by our friend Stephanie Phillips and Lee Garbett.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah. It only took me 17,000 clips and nothing out of it to get that correct. So there you go. Amazing start to the run, though. Amazing #1. Of course. So Jeremiah, for everyone not watching, is showcasing a Daredevil #1 cover that he has found.
I pulled it. I made a fucking video.
I'm so happy for you. If anyone should have pulled it, it should have been you. So
that's exactly what I said to him when he called me, screaming. Man,
I did call Kyle screaming.
How many covers did you pull?
I bought 3.
That's amazing.
I only bought 3. The first one I got was Dan Powison, which is absolutely fantastic. The second one I got was the Peach Momoko, and then the third one that I got, which you got to watch the video. Go watch the video. I kind of called it a second before it happened, but yeah, it was really, really cool. But going back to the actual comic, fantastic start, wonderful start to a Daredevil series. As a hardcore Daredevil aficionado, this feels right up the alley. Stephanie nailed the thought process. Stephanie nailed the dialogue, and Lee Garbett is such an absolute fantastic artist. This has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful start. Juan, what did you think of it?
Just following you, man, it's hard. But no, it was amazing. I love the way Stephanie Phillips she has like different concepts working at the same time and kind of connects them all at the end almost, and then kind of leaves you with a little bit of mystery of who this new villain is, which like I said in my video for Nerd Initiative, I don't know if we actually seen this villain within these pages of the book. Did we see the villain like in plain clothing for the first time? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it might be the professor that came in right after Matt was giving his lecture or whatnot in his classroom. Mm-hmm. But I just loved everything about it. I think Lee Garbett's art is just cinematic and dynamic. Everything about that. It just felt like these pages were storyboarded for a television series, and the way Stephanie Phillips writes is just she nails it. She's nailing it. And if it's a good starting point for people who have never read Daredevil before, and it's also really good for people who've been reading Daredevil for years and want something a little different. Now, I will say this, there are going to be some people who are going to, well, I don't actually like how, Daredevil actually, the way his voice is, the way she's making him speak. But I feel like it's perfect for what the tone of this first issue is. And I can't wait for issue #2.
Yeah. Speaking on that, in terms of like being someone that's never read it and jumping on this, I'm not a big Daredevil guy, so this is probably one of the first books that I'm going to get into. And I think they do a very smooth, or I guess she does a very smooth way of explaining what his past has been in terms of like the different positions he's had, where he is now, and kind of moving forward with these new characters or new villain that we got out of this, which amazing. I mean, we got a sneak peek, and you can check out the interview I think it was last month that we did it. I can't really remember now. It's all blending into one.
3 months ago.
3 months
Yeah.
ago.
But yeah, Omen, it was incredibly done. I'm excited to see kind of where that goes, and just getting to that point, because you see him kind of at the beginning and at the very end, but him going through like the subway and seeing like the one guy on the train with his eyes pulled out. I was like, this is so dark and it's just gritty. Like it's exactly like it's perfect. It's so perfect.
One of the things that I absolutely loved about Daredevil is his supporting cast. And Stephanie has completely stepped away from all of them, which is a real interesting idea. And
I'm here for it.
And I'm excited to see where it goes for sure. Because like generally, like with his supporting cast, essentially, we always get at least one. Either Foggy's there or Karen's there. In recent years, Kristen's been there. So the fact that none of them are there at the moment, we're one issue in, and from what Lee has like previewed online, we're not going to get anyone else for a while. So I'm interested to see where they develop that as well.
Yeah, I would say if I had to compare, which is not something we should do, but the tone, like you were saying, Juan, how some might argue it, I think it's a little bit like the Wade kind of tone, where it's mildly sarcastic here and there. You know, it's like, yeah, we know, Jeremiah, you pulled you pulled something. You pulled something that no one expected anyone to pull. But yeah, I think the tone of it is comparable to Wade's, where there's some comedy to it, but it's like a more beaten down version of Wade's, and it's very unique because of that. And yeah, I think, again, not to compare, but like Donny Cates is always good at like fixing the messes of the past, and I think she did that very well. Again, like you said, we're new reader friendly, but also touched on things for people like Jeremiah where nothing was necessarily missed. It's acknowledged that he's had this vivid past, and it's covered really well. So great storytelling, plotted out perfectly. The tone is right, the dialogue's right. Give Steph all the credit for that. The art is perfect match. On top of all of that, you have Omen, somehow a unique villain, because yeah, we've had hundreds of just mysteriously masked murderers. Like we've had a ton of that, and it's always a fitting one for Daredevil. But somehow this is a unique version of it, because the way she described, and Riley said it in the chat too, the way she describes how Omen talks, from like tone changing to going from awkward to smooth,
like a whisper.
Yeah, like
I was trying to come up with my own.
Yeah, like the way, just trying to figure out what you're supposed to be like imagining. What a creative villain. And like it throws Matt off so much, because all of his senses are to read body language in a sense, right? The sounds that come off of, you know, the temperatures, all of that.
He's all messed up.
The heartbeat.
Heartbeat. That's
even
the
the
biggest thing.
erratic. Yeah.
No scent, no heartbeat. Matt Murdock's that really blind now. Like he is blind to this.
It's fantastic.
It's going to be awesome to see how he transitions into trying to figure something else out that this villain has. Maybe like a little jingle on his costume or something. I don't know. But he picks something out to try to figure this out. Like, who is this person?
So I don't want to be that guy right now, but both you and Pierre have said it multiple times. And from little that we've seen, you guys keep saying his. I don't think Omen is male.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, we have no idea. Yeah.
I think
it might not even be human.
True.
Might not be.
There is a little supernatural. There is kind of this little supernaturalness going on within this first issue. So yeah, it could be some other being.
Yeah.
And there was a few things too, just to go back, where there was like a cloth shadow in the background of one scene. There was a silhouette of a person in one panel. There was a few things where it's like that might have been nods that he's being watched. Like that might be. And then too, because of this kind of cult-like vibe you get off of Omen, I'm thinking too that maybe Omen is not the only Omen. But that's just a far-fetched, you know?
So I don't know enough about, again, Daredevil, but doesn't the Red Hand bring back Elektra at one point, and like she's like comes back from the dead, doesn't have a heartbeat?
Yes, the hand does that. Correct. Yes. You've got a great point there,
Ooh.
You've got a great point there, Pete.
Right?
Scream it into the camera. I know who Omen is.
I know who Omen is. I figured it out. Daredevil #1, Elektra. Get ready, guys. It's gonna throw you all the way off. Elektra is back.
I don't think she's ever gone, but
no, currently she's running around as Daredevil.
Yeah. But the one thing in the dialogue at the beginning of the book, Daredevil he's like monologuing to himself, and he keeps saying ghost. He's like, I know all the ghosts in Hell's Kitchen, but not this one. And I don't know if Stephanie's trying to like hint at something there with like the saying ghost and then never saying it again. I don't know. I guess we'll just wait till
Jeremiah, who is currently dead of Daredevil villains?
Yes. Yeah.
It's a very long list. We don't have the time.
Okay.
Of all the Daredevil villains that are currently dead. If they were to bring back a former Daredevil villain that kind of fits this motif, oh my God. Akira? But I'm not sure. That'd be fun, but it wouldn't make sense at the same time. I think it's a whole new thing, but I think Pierre might be onto something that it touches with the hand for sure. And we had a commenter mention that there was a religious motif, but when it comes to religious iconography within Daredevil, it's part of the deal due to us running around with a Catholic boy who dresses up as a devil. So,
Dimitri.
Very solid first issue. Yeah. College professor, Matt, or college professor looks really good on Matt. This is also like my first, same as Pierre, my first like.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Thing.
He's hoping for that good-looking college professor to be on him. So,
little tattoo.
I love how everyone did the fucking head tilt at the same time.
Okay, that's an interesting take.
What do we think of Detective Forte?
Oh, great question. Great question. Yeah, that's the immediate thought.
That could literally be Omen.
Is it
right?
Omen?
Like he's very like just off this small amount that we've got, very like methodical, cerebral.
Yes.
Very
intuitive,
outspoken.
almost too intuitive.
Kind of annoying.
I like the introduction of the character, and I like the question because I think when he's analyzing the corpse in the train, it just seemed like he noticed so much so quickly on that corpse, and I feel like that's going to develop into more. Also, I know that Omen is being described as this villain. I don't necessarily know if Omen is a villain, because maybe they're looking out for Matt Murdock. Maybe it's a villain to Daredevil, but at the same time, it seems like they're trying to warn.
Because they just keep saying Matt's going to die one way or another.
So is there something else to this? And maybe there's a bigger overarching enemy, you know? I don't know.
I believe that this is going to be not answered completely by the end of the first arc. I mean, we know Steph, I think when we interviewed her, she was saying that she already had scripted like issue 8 and 9. So we know at least past that. We know there's a classic villain coming back past that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a bigger overarching setup where it's like, maybe he's not a professor for very long. And maybe it's goes with the show a little bit where it's like Daredevil's here, but Matt Murdock is dead. And there's some reasoning behind it. But yeah, it's just crazy that we're in this weird era that so many books are so good right now. Like you literally could hand pick and read a 10 out of 10 book every day. There's that many good comics. And somehow we just got another one. Like that is this good with a top tier character, a top tier writer, a top tier artist, like, and it's this good. Like we knew it was going to be good, but this good.
I will say this was hyped to the nth degree. So I was very skeptical going into it. 100% I was skeptical. I was skeptical back when it was announced. I will eat my shoe. Like this was fantastic. This was exactly what we needed for Daredevil. Don't get me wrong, Zdarsky's run was absolutely fantastic.
Mhm.
The Cooter and Ahmed run,
first 6 issues were good, but then after that, it was just
yeah. But I mean, I'm following my boy to the end of the earth, so that's really what it boils down to. But I'm enjoying this ride right now. So
I will say this. I'm going to extend it a little bit because we're all thinking that this is going to go on for a while, but you know how Marvel is like really going 10 issues and then they just stop it and start over again. They need to let this ride. They need to let this ride until the hundreds. Like, let Stephanie write this until she can't write anymore. Like, I don't know, but I will be so upset if they stop at 10 issues because this seems like it's really opening up to something really, really awesome that's going to extend past 10 issues. So I will boycott Marvel if we don't get more than 10 issues. I said it out loud.
You know what? I will second that for all of us. We will not talk about a Marvel book if they stop it at 10 issues for like a year or something.
Everybody's like,
we will end Panaloids.
Keep it going and don't extend it into Gang War. I don't want another Gang War. No more of that. Just...
So we know that Panaloids now has an end date. It's up to you, Marvel. Balls in your court.
Steph will be like, I don't want to do these interviews anymore. Can we relaunch?
It'd be fun to keep it in that supernatural vibe, though. Like,
I like it. I like it a lot.
All right. So moving on, Absolute Superman number 18. The introduction of 2 big characters. We have Absolute Steel and Absolute Black Adam. I guess we call him King Shazam in this. Is that what we're calling him? What?
Yep, I don't like it, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I like Steel a lot. I didn't expect that at all. Like, I was like, wait, what? Why is this guy got a hammer? And then it's like, oh, it's Steel. And I was like, oh, yeah, it is. That was cool.
I knew it when he was dragging that hammer across. When he was like, it was like, yes, here comes Steel. I'm like, yes, let's do it. But you don't really get to see his face. I mean, I read it just recently, but just maybe 5 minutes before we started on live. But like, I don't remember if we actually get to see his face or it's like we don't really see his face at all.
Full mask costume. No. You have no idea. It could be a completely different character.
It might be a few issues too now before we get any more of it, to be honest.
Yeah. But Black Adam seems like he's still Black Adam. Like the character's still the same. It's just the lore and story is different.
I thought it would be a little bit more of a twist. Like if I'm being honest, I was trying to like figure it out like from months ago. And the way this was reading out like from the narration, I was thinking it was going to be someone who was like maintaining the slaves. Like I thought it was going to be the like you're going to think like it's from the victim's perspective and the slave's perspective, like, and I thought it was going to be a flip of like, no, it's actually the prick that just stabbed this guy's uncle because he wasn't working hard enough, you know? Like I thought it was going to be a flip like that and be like, oh, we're getting something really evil, and it wasn't. It seems close to Black Adam's story. Again, I'm going off of the film because I don't think I've properly read Black Adam, if I'm being honest, which I think I watched on a plane, which makes it worse.
That was Pandora, right?
You know, that
Pandora
crossed my mind.
From New 52. And
so it crossed my mind, but I don't know because she has like a face tattoo that was missing from that panel. And she was wearing a black cloak, but this is Absolute. Is Pandora universal like Galactus, or is Pandora per universe? I have no idea.
So I believe way she sounded,
Pandora is one,
right? That would make sense. Agree. You might be on something though, Dimitri, because that technically was also like way in the past, like way in the past, like even like before Jonah Hex,
before her tattoos,
and she got a new jacket.
Yeah,
I did think that though, crossed my mind, but we're probably wrong.
Probably. I hope it's Pandora. I hope they do more of that somehow.
I'm ready after end of DCKO, I'm ready for Pandora to just become this big overarching story.
So the bigger thing that I thought that was kind of cool was Brainiac being behind this.
That was the big twist. That that was fun.
Didn't expect
Brainiac seems to be a lot more involved with everything, and I'm excited to see where his character goes. And I think we called it, or you called it, someone called it, that Brainiac was going to be almost multi-dimensional. He was going to be involved in a much bigger situation, especially like last issue. He was just demolished Lex Luthor's life in this universe. So I don't know. Just seems but I did think so when Brainiac was kind of saying he's going to do an experiment on the kid and all this stuff, I thought it was going to be something different. I didn't think he was going to get like the Shazam powers. I thought it was going to be something else. Like he was going to give him some sort of other power. Like he would still be Black Adam, but like something else, you know?
It may be a little different still. I guess we'll see if his power set's different. I did think it was a miss that they didn't go with a different costume color scheme or something. So I was like, if they're calling him King Shazam, but he's technically like Black Adam, wouldn't it have been cool if it was like a black suit with like red thunder and electric and, you know, like just something a little spicier because we're just getting another all black Thunderbolt suit. Like it's just like
red
this typical
is the Omega Force or the KO Force.
Oh, see, that would have been even cooler. So that
I think
again, we just introduced, so maybe there's more to see. But
but we're gonna move into Batman number 8. Keeping going on Matt Fraction's run here. It was great. It was good. It was just a little segue into kind of more of a story that they're going to be doing. We have Vandal Savage having his own little interview with Poison Ivy, and I don't know. We'll see kind of what that's developing into. Seems like they're coming to an agreement, I guess, right? More or less. All right.
Dimitri's ready to say something. I'm just giving him his moment.
Oh, no, you go first. You go.
Well, I'm going to end up going into a whole other book, so you go first.
I just thought it was funny because Pierre has skipped this one, and he didn't say that at all.
Behind the scenes, everybody. Pierre did not like the film.
I did not like it.
I meant we weren't going to spend too much time on it because it just felt like, you know, it was just filler. That's all it really was. It was still good. It just
it was
change
filler.
the little tag on your name, Pierre, to producer, since you're just skip.
It was cool.
Batman.
I thought for whatever reason, I thought like, and I don't know if this has happened. It's like kind of an off tangent thing. The fact that he's talking to Alan Scott and like they have this like you know,
it was a weird rapport. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a weird rapport.
It made me think there could be a team down the line with Alan Scott and Dick Grayson because they kind of have that. I don't know. Well, maybe I'm off base here.
We know how much Alan Scott likes Dick Grayson. Grayson.
Oh man, knew it.
Come on, Jesus!
I walked him right into it.
That was a rough one.
It's all my fault.
Here's your segue into Poison Ivy, Kyle.
That's a fine. That's a fine.
Yep.
You're getting fined for that.
Have a good time.
Just lost 3 sponsorships that we don't even have yet. We'll never even know we lost them.
Nope. Then he's gone.
The next interview just canceled. I just got an email.
Yep.
Justice League.
You got to sell that cover.
Damages.
Yeah.
All right. So Jeremiah has gone blurry with embarrassment for his.
He censored himself.
So the Batman issue, which Pierre wanted to skip, but Dimitri really liked, I think was a filler. But I think it was a filler for the purpose of it's very much a different perspective of Gotham. Because Poison Ivy has a much different vibe and is in the same setting. So in Poison Ivy number 43, that's right, 43. Hear that, Marvel? Number 43, when something is good, instead of saying like, oh, well, you were only planned for 10, we should stop you at 8. Saying, oh, you were only planned for 10, 43. Thank you. the Poison Ivy perspective, it's not as like clean cut as they show in Batman. Like, she's making deals. She's gaining an army. She's gaining control over someone who's immortal and somehow has the power in some sense. The Poison Ivy issue perspective, she's pretty much winging it and is power hungry. And some spoilers, she has to work on the infrastructure of the piping under Gotham. It needs some work. So the same businessman who, like 3 generations, has been handling this for Gotham, comes to her and is like, yeah, my family's been doing this for like 100 years. Like, we got it. Don't worry. Like, sign the contract with us. And she's like, no, let's go look at your family's work. She takes him into the sewage pipes. He's not thrilled about this. He's not happy. He's never, his dress shoes have never touched a puddle. So they go into the sewage pipe. He's not really answering the questions correctly. And long story short, I think she murdered him and turned him into a tree. And like HR calls of like, where are you? Like, you've had this guy out and about. What's going on? And she's like, yeah, I think I'm going to kill him. And then it's not like, oh, a joke of like, I think she killed him. She turned him into a tree. He's a tree. Like under the pipes. He's a tree in the sewage system where, he's anyway. So nice little Easter egg in the sewage system. Jason Todd was here, was spray painted. And the thing is, no one knows Jason Todd is Red Hood. So like there was no reference to it, just in the background. Like no one stopped to be like, oh, that's funny, because no one means nothing to anybody. So that was a nice touch. But yeah, the whole thing of this power trip she's got and taking over, and again, more spoilers, but like basically pushes Harley Quinn to the side of like, this is bigger than us. Like I gotta take this mayor thing seriously. It ends with the Parliament of Trees sending one of their enforcer creatures, and like a whole hill, like a whole park, comes to life, and you have a talking hill. It's like you really pissed everybody off when you killed the other Parliament of Tree character, when you ate him, like you pissed us off. So it's like there's still these old arcs looming into the fact that she's mayor. And it's just really well done. Like, just they show her walking down the street. You see Mr. Bloom like yelling at her like, you can't just kill people. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is not good for press. And people are like stopping and taking pictures with her. Like, I voted for you. So it's a much different vibe than what Batman is showing. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they cross over.
All right. Well, we got to check that out. We'll keep following up with you for more on that one.
I was going to say, you're not catching up with 43 issues, so.
No, too many issues. That's why it's good to
Do you think we're going to get a nice Omni one day?
A thick Omni? I know you wanted to say it.
No. I wanted to say nice Omni, although thick Omni works as well.
Yeah, I would hope so, because 42 is a good number. It's obviously going a lot longer. And there's just so many cool things they could do. Like they could really go all out deluxe. Now, I'm not saying Red Rising surprise drop with a 5 of 5 $10,000 book. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you can make a very limited one, especially because there's so much into this.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many different characters. You could put like actual vines. It's like a bookmark that comes with it. Like there's so many
recycled paper.
Like there's so many creative things you could do.
Jim, just call us. We got ideas.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a generational run. Like this is like the Poison Ivy run. This is taking her out of the One Piece and making her a true like environmental terrorist that is a deep and interesting character that has tons of flaws, tries to do good, but then will just murder somebody on a whim. It's just very, very well done.
I get us canceled because I'm talking about the friendship between two characters. You're mentioning an environmental terrorist.
I said it with air quotes, so it makes it okay. Moving on.
I still think Kyle's thing is better, to be honest. Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Wonder Man #1. I'm not sure who got a chance to read this one. Oh, that's right.
Me and Jeremiah.
Jerry Duggan with Mark Buckingham on art. This was so much fun. Mark Buckingham clearly cared about this character and just having a great time. Hellcat shows up. Really, really fun issue. Excited to see where it goes. I also love the way that they did the printing in this. Like the panels were on film frames. Like that was a really, really cool little take.
Yeah.
And then Wonder Man's brother shows up at the end. Minor spoiler.
Question about that, if I can interrupt you.
By all means.
Do you know the last time we saw him? Because the last and only, and probably literally only time I've ever seen him, ever, actually, if I'm thinking about it. Uncanny Avengers.
I don't know
showed
if
up.
this is a reference to Uncanny Avengers, but what you should have read where Wonder Man shows, I mean, where Grim Reaper shows up. There's this great Eisner winning award series from about, I think it was 2016 or 2017. Art was by Gabriel Hernandez Walta, and it was written, oh man, who wrote it? It was the Vision series. Who wrote that? Oh, it was Tom King. Yes, Grim Reaper shows up in that. So
No one wants you to say that.
But no, whenever there's Wonder Man around, Grim Reaper's going to show up regardless. So,
Okay. I wasn't aware of that, because to me it was like, oh my god, I saw him get killed in Uncanny Avengers like 10 years ago.
Yeah, they're literally brothers. I mean, he gets killed in the Vision series as well. So,
okay. Gotcha. Yeah, no, this was dense.
Very dense
book.
Yes.
First time reader friendly to a point, but maybe not because of how dense it was. Like you could get turned off, like, oh my god, you're shoving all this history down my throat, you know?
Yes, it's a lot to put up front for sure. Wonder Man hasn't had an ongoing series in a hot minute.
Yeah, so it's definitely necessary, but maybe not, because the show was so well done and popular and just overall good, even though some of us didn't like it. I think that with the show, you probably didn't need that much setup, but I think it was worth it, and I think I'll keep reading it for that fact alone.
I can't wait to enjoy this book more than I enjoy the show. I'm gonna put it out there. I am the one.
There's a lot of boxes, Pierre. There's a lot of boxes.
I'll enjoy every one of those boxes before I enjoy that show. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Show's garbage. Yep. Make that a clip, Kyle.
And it's too late. It's irrelevant now. It's gonna be right timing.
Right, speaking of something that isn't garbage, Dark Horse Comics Only This Savage are left by Zach Kaplan and Stefano Raphael. Kyle, you read the Ash Can.
Got a package.
So Zach sent me a package.
Zach's package, yes.
I got Zach's package in the mail. Dark Horse, Zach Kaplan package. Had an Ash Can in it. I picked up that Ash Can and I read it. In the package was also some variants for Kill All Immortals. Got some little like print cutouts, some covers. He signed it all. He wrote me a little love note. It was not personalized. We'll talk about that in email. Zach, I read the Ash Can. This is going to be an extremely big book. The apocalypse is never going to not be popular. Even if we're on our way to our own apocalypse, it's still going to be popular. We're still going to be reading the Walking Dead comics and White Sky, even as the world is actually worse outside of those books in real life. We're still going to be reading them because it's good, right? This is another one. So just a little bit from it. I'm sure the Ash Can, you could go get a copy now. FOC for this book is April 27th, so just trust me. Pre-order now. It's not zombies. It's not a virus that just magically kills you. It's a virus that kind of makes you act like a zombie. And the way this book alludes to it in a very nicely paced way is the world actually got their shit together and was handling the problem rather well and came up with a cure. But humans being humans, something with the cure didn't go well. So they were almost good. Like they almost beat it. And then it didn't happen. Everything went to hell. And then you're left at the end of the Ash Can with kind of two characters who are like, yeah, we got to stop helping other people. Like it's survival mode now. Because before it was the world came together and it just didn't last. Sadly, probably the way it would happen for real. But this was a very big hook of an Ash Can. I don't see this not being a huge Dark Horse title. It is absolutely going to be one of those ones that goes nuts on eBay. It is set up for possibilities of movies and shows for sure. Just the Ash Can, not even the full issue, just the Ash Can. I'm telling you, this will be like one of the big top tier apocalypse books of the year.
All right. You heard it here first. I can't wait to pick this up. Anything Zach Kaplan
does. Oh yeah, anything.
Yeah, he'll be on soon. He'll be on soon.
Oh yeah, definitely. He definitely will be on soon for interview. We've already kind of talked about it. It was very nice to send me this great package, some really cool stuff. But I mean, like, for real, this is gonna be like this big thing for Dark Horse. Like, there's no way it's not gonna be the biggest thing for Dark Horse.
You gotta show off that package.
Can I leapfrog slightly?
Yeah, leapfrog.
Speaking of ash cans, I picked up an accidental ash can today. So I saw this on the shelf, Megalith #1 from Bad Idea. I told myself I would never buy a Bad Idea book for multiple reasons, but Louis LaRosa art. And when I opened it up and I saw that it was Matt Kint on writing, and it is an interesting like texture. It's not like a normal comic. It's almost like a previews comic, but it was a price for $1.99. So I was like, sweet, full issue, $1.99, like little cool. No, it's a fucking ash can. It's an ash can that's showing off all of Bad Idea's new books that are coming out. So good job, Adam. Good job, Dinesh. You got me. You made me pay $1.99 for this. But Louis LaRosa's art is always worth it. Megalith, it seems really interesting. Exactly what it says on the tin, and obelisk or megalith comes popping out of the ground and shit goes down. So if you're a fan of Matt Kint's writing or Louis LaRosa's art, I'd suggest picking it up. And you can pre-order everything Bad Idea at your LCS. I won't be doing that, but you can.
Just gotta double down. That book that you bought that was Bad Idea, that was your fine.
That was my fine.
You're gonna go buy 10 more now.
Yep. Image in the chat. Image made it.
All right, so let me derail and segue us now. Let me move things around in the notes, guys.
What book are you taking us to, Kyle?
I want to talk about the Royals #1.
I had a feeling you were going to bring up the Royals #1.
You had a feeling?
Well.
Oh, compliment for Juan. All right, so I don't know if anyone knows. I might have leaked it a little bit in live streams before. I'm something of a gambler. I'm a little bit of a gambler.
No, you?
A little bit of a gambler. It's a little bit in the blood. A little bit of a gambler. So when I saw an image book about cheating at Texas Hold'em, it piqued my interest. So very well done story. Very immediately likable, fun characters. It kind of reminded me of like Pierre, because it's just like the one brother just like, please don't do it.
Likable.
But just like, please don't do that. We need to do this. We need to be on time. Come on, what are we doing? Just a little bit of like, I felt the brother's pain of like, hey, he's just trying to get him to get to the place on time, you know? So it was very much a fun story. It's obviously going to get like heavier, but the premise is basically two brothers cheat at Texas Hold'em using mind powers. Like they can communicate. So they're twins, so they can telepathically communicate. So from what I got, mild spoilers, but one sits at home and watches the television of the tournament and telepathically is like, hey, this guy's got that. So the other brother never loses. So he's like, I think at this point in the book, he's like 6 wins, like just, and you know, it has like that with poker, you kind of like, there's almost like celebrities within it of like how many tournaments they've won, how many World Series they've won. So it's, you know, there's some characters that are very funny. And it's like, oh, you got some competition here. It's like, well, yeah, because he's secretly cheating. So,
Kyle, I'm curious. Do you have a favorite poker player?
My mom, obviously. Image Comics, glad we could appeal to your vices. Yes, definitely hit home with this one. And in the meantime, you could kind of get a sense that the one brother's kind of questioning, not necessarily this act of cheating, but generally like life choices, because he ends up kind of like talking to a priest and like smoking a cigarette with him outside, and you could kind of see that he's just like he's in it and like doesn't know if he wants to be in it. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's definitely another image number one, and that's all you have to say. It's just definitely another image number one.
All right. Well, back to our scheduled broadcasting. We got Bizarro Year None, number one. Jeremiah?
Dude, this was fun.
What do we think?
This was so much fun. Kevin Smith definitely had a lot of fun with the writing. Nick Peretta's artwork fits this perfectly. But I do want to shout out my boy, Michael Garland, coming out of retirement from being a comic book colorist. He hasn't colored a comic, I think, in 7-8 years. Coming out to do this, do a big 2 book. That's pretty awesome. We get a nice, fun little quote unquote origin for Bizarro. Yeah, God's not fair. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Juan, you read this, right?
I got halfway through it, but I'll be honest to say this. I thought this was Frank Quietly that was on the art.
Similar artwork. Very similar artwork.
And I was like, where's Frank Quietly's name? I thought this was Frank Quietly. It is not Frank Quietly, but it has that esque to it. I just love the panel layouts and the way like the first couple pages just like read straight across like from page to page. That was pretty cool. And yeah, the humor in it. I mean, you definitely get a lot of Kevin Smith in there. I can hear Kevin Smith saying all these lines that it's pretty good.
He had a lot of fun with Mr. White's dialogue, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely fun read.
So I wasn't gonna pick this up, but the art actually really pulled me in when I like opened it up. I was like, this is interesting. So
I dived very right into Frank Quietly-esque. No.
Yeah, no, I loved everything about it. It was very fun. I don't really know much about Bizarro's storyline. But him, what were you gonna say? No, Jeremiah, please.
So you not knowing much about Bizarro, I think this is perfect. I think this is absolutely a perfect launching on point for if you know next to nothing about Bizarro.
Okay.
This is a really fun way to learn about Bizarro, and you get to kind of feel Bizarro, especially because of Nick Peretta's artwork. It's very unsettling, which is how it's supposed to be. And my boy Mike Garland's colors also make you feel slightly uncomfortable at times, like you're supposed to be, because that's Bizarro. So
I love the way it pulls you into his world, and to your point, it felt very unsettling. And getting a tease of seeing Metropolis for what it is, and then seeing the Metropolis that he's created, and like certain characters that they quickly touched on in Metropolis, and then seeing those counterparts, it was just like the one guy, he was just like a Metropolis guy just standing there. I forgot what he was doing. He was like talking about something going on. He was like standing in the street. He had a hat on,
street vendor,
t-shirt, regular dude. And then you see him in in Bizarro's world, and he's in a baby carriage, and he's just like a little weird deformed man inside this like I was like, what is that? Like,
so Pierre, someone who's never read Bizarro, it's really fun. You nailed the name of his world.
Yeah,
it's just Bizarro World.
Yeah, well, I know that much of it. But yeah, no, seeing that and just stepping into it, like I just felt like the ground was squishy. Like the whole ground was squishy. I didn't like being there, but I like being like, I want to know more about it too, you know? So another good book that came out this week, all new Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider number 9. So this is getting a little weird. This is also Stephanie Phillips actually on this one. So Gwen looks like she's kind of just having a meltdown, and it's been like a real roller coaster, this issue of her like breaking down, coming back, breaking down. Like she's really just going through so many emotions. And this one has her almost stepping away from being Spider-Gwen. And everyone's kind of like, you need to take a break. You need to like get away from this. Like So she's like, "Oh, you guys want me to like get away? No problem." And like she's like just reacting the wrong way to everyone's criticism towards her. So she's like, "Yeah, you know what? Screw you guys. You're all coming after me. You're all betraying me." She takes off her mask. She goes off, and you have like this anonymous voice talking to her, and you find out, I guess it's kind of like the Green Goblin's mask. So she puts it on, and I guess it ends with "to be continued," and she is full blown the Green Goblin. Like she's wearing the Green Goblin mask, and that's just what her identity is going into this next issue. So I'm so excited to see where this goes, because it's, first off, Green Goblin's kind of been retired for a while. Like it's, Norman Osborn's just kind of go. I think the last thing he did was he was a gold goblin.
I think he's
right?
Spider-Man now.
Right. Then he became Spider-Man, and then they kind of just put Green Goblin away for now, because he's good guy now. So I don't know. I have no idea where this goes, and I'm very excited.
Is this still Stephanie?
Yeah, still Stephanie.
Nice. Okay.
So,
did you guys hear that She-Hulk is canceled? Did we talk about this?
We did not mention this, but we got one more book to get to, so let's do the last book.
Very
and then
upset.
we can talk about She-Hulk.
Right. There's 2 more books actually, Jeremiah. 2 more books. Yeah. 2 more. Would you like to
Ghost
go first?
Machine, the official guidebook #1.
Say it again for me, nice and clean, Pierre.
Ghost Machine, the official guidebook #1 for Kyle, nice and clean.
Thanks. Love that.
I think it's close enough so we can clip it.
Just give me an extra edit.
Classic Who's Who Marvel handbook kind of idea, but it's Ghost Machine. I got the Ivan Reis Who's Who homage variant for issue #1 of the 5-part miniseries. This is a lot of fun.
Beautiful cover. I will stop you there and just say that cover is
it's gonna be 5 connecting covers too, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. You get completely caught right up with everything going on with Ghost Machine. It's great that it's another like cohesive universe, and just these are always fun to read. Stan Lee once said that every comic is someone's first comic. If you want someone to get into Ghost Machine, this is a perfect place to put them.
Yeah, it's like a catch up, but also I haven't read everything Ghost Machine, right? I think I've in the world, right? Especially the connecting parts of it. I think I've only tapped like a quarter of that, right? Like I'm missing a lot of big players and pieces of that connecting world. This makes me want to make sure I don't miss anything now, because yes, it gave me the recap of the characters I know, and some of it was like, okay, I know this, especially because some of it I've read even recently. But the recap is nice. The recap of the events are nice. The fact that we're getting 5 issues of this, and then for everything where I was like Albert Einstein, for example, I haven't met Albert Einstein in Ghost Machine yet. Very interesting.
Very interesting take on the man.
Yes.
Very, very interesting take on the man.
So just that alone, I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? Like, I need to catch up. So it's a very good like history book, but I will also say it's like a hook. Like it is a hook for any missing piece of Ghost Machine you haven't touched yet. This will make you want to catch it.
One of the things that I think is also really cool about this is going to be a 5-part mini, and Ghost Machine has put out enough to make this a thing is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's one of the really cool aspects of Image, because within Image is a big umbrella. There's so much stuff underneath Image. Ghost Machine is the backpack that umbrella is underneath, and it's just chocked full of awesome stuff. That's a good clip.
That's a good clip.
Good clip. What's not going to be a good clip? Batman Static Beyond #5.
Okay. All right. Listen. I've had my issues. I've had my loves for this book. I do have a soft spot for Batman Beyond.
How do you feel about this book? How do you feel about this one?
It had a little bit of a roller coaster. It is doing well now, I will say. If you dropped off, I will firmly say you were wrong to drop off. That you should keep going. The more it's gotten involved with Static, the better it's been. I really think really think it's a Static book, and pushing Batman Beyond in it as more of a split than just a backup character is kind of what has hurt this a little bit, and wasn't necessarily necessary. Just because we have Static in the future, you don't have to have Batman Beyond be number 2. But really, he is number 2. But they're presenting it like he's not. Regardless, it's picked up pace quite a bit. A little bit of like a cliche of like a whiny kid got powers who like didn't like and not fully understand what was going on. The one thing I will say, it's a very like intelligent way of storytelling in the fact that there's protesting going on about this energy source. Static is on the side of the energy source. So like you would think like, you know, just especially like the way the world is, it would be the other way around, like just the way the story is being told. And it's very much of like, no, kid, like you just don't understand. Like there's so much more to it. And if you look at this, and this, you'll see that it's a bigger picture and that, yes, something went wrong here and you're a victim of it. But look at the big picture. Nothing else has happened. Like you even destroyed this and nothing happened. Like you made it so it could happen and it still didn't happen. And it's just showing like a different perspective of things. And especially from Static's perspective, like he was on the other side of things at a point. And to be on the right side of it, like someone trying to do something good, not just for money, right? But still having pushback just because people are used to being kicked down by corporations all the time. It's very intelligent writing, and I like the way they did that story. And I do think at the end of the day, it's about that and not the villain, because at the end of the day, the villain is just a whiny kid with these powers. Like that's all it is. And who knows, maybe in time, because the suit is sick, his name's Shutdown, right? Like it's just a cool villain, but under the mask is not very cool. In time, it can be though. So
it could. Yeah.
I like this as a whole. I think reading it monthly is also part of the problem. And I think packaged, it will be looked at as a very nice Static story. And especially it being in the future with Batman Beyond. But yeah, we'll never say no to more Batman Beyond. And this was a good team to do it. I would love to see them do something separate with Batman Beyond, honestly. But I hope this is leading to more Static, and I hope this is canon in the way that we see seeds of this planted when we finally get that Static #1 that DC better give us, or we will boycott DC.
We're just boycotting everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. We're just gonna read Ghost Machine from now on.
That's it. Everyone will Ghost Machine
until they do wrong, and then we boycott them.
They can't do wrong.
I don't.
Ghost Machine can't do wrong.
Yeah, it's really
so.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, we got some nerdy news, Kyle. It's nerdy news time. Do you want to? You just had a little tidbit of nerdy news before, don't you want?
Oh yeah. So it's not new
news.
It's just upsetting news and relevant for the fact that we have Daredevil #1 selling a ton of blind bags and being one of the strongest Daredevil #1s ever, and just being, if Jeremiah's impressed by it, being
like, there's been 9 Daredevil #1s. It is in the top half. Yes,
I would say top 3 even.
I'll give you 3.
Okay.
I'll give you number 3.
Okay, that's fair. All right, fine. All right, so my point is we have a Daredevil #1 drop today in the top 3. We have Spider-Gwen doing some crazy things, just outlandish things. Just a fun overall crazy book. And then you had this whole world of Planet She-Hulk that took the Imperial story arc and just made it its own thing that was completely irrelevant to Imperial at this point, that is being canceled just because Imperial itself didn't sell well. So anything with the name, even though it doesn't have the name, but the little mini that came before it did, you're going to wrap this up sooner than it was supposed to be. When Steph didn't want to wrap it up per se. Yeah, I'm that's kind of crappy. It's especially because you have your top writer. I don't care if it's not selling well. It's still your top writer. It's still going to sell. Like, let it finish the arc at least. Let it finish. they literally made her condense and wrap it up before she wanted to.
Yeah, it's all because Imperial really failed, and it was.
But this has nothing to do with it now.
They
nothing
hyped up Imperial as the next big event, or right next to the Ultimate Universe. Like this is going to be the big thing, and it just fell apart completely. They just couldn't get it together, unfortunately. But yeah, the She-Hulk thing was perfect though. Her being on Sakaar, like I feel like that was where she needed to be, and they were really developing a cool story with it. And I guess now it's gonna bring her back to Earth, I'm assuming. They can't just leave her in space. I mean,
the only thing I can hope out of this is they do relaunch She-Hulk with a fresh team and a fresh take, and
if they
just,
do,
like, leave it like this, because like that would just be rude on top of rude.
Hear me out though. Fresh team, maybe get Stephanie Phillips back on this because she, like, it just fits so perfectly, like the dialogue, everything, like how she, like her sarcasm, her wit, like the conversations just felt fluid. It felt so much of her, and that it just needs to.
And I think it fits too because Daredevil is clearly going to be a heavy book, right? Like there's seeds being planted that may even go farther out, and like it's going to be a hevier side of a book.
Spidey's showing up in 3 and 4, so
this could be more, like this is a good like palate cleanser for her after writing Daredevil and probably killing people off. Like this is a good.
Speaking of palate cleanser, let her just run wild with the fourth wall breaks and write a comedy book.
Yeah.
As talented as Stephanie Phillips is, has she done just straight comedy? I don't think so.
No. I would nothing. I would say like it just this is comedy. Nothing. No. Yeah.
She was doing great with the wall breaks in
the book. So. But it also had that imperial.
Oh yeah.
That imperial stench. Because it had to.
Yeah, we'll call it stench.
So put her in the middle of Manhattan and let her run wild.
The Inhumans aspect of what was the name of it?
Inhumanity.
Yeah. That probably ruined it all.
No.
Because how you're boxed in with Inhumans. You just are. Mm-hmm. Like, where does it go? I don't know. That's my hot take.
He's an Inhuman hater over here.
I hope she comes back with She-Hulk, and I hope that she pokes fun at this event.
Oh yeah,
and like how it's like, oh, I'm back on Earth. I have no idea how.
It doesn't have to be now, but you're right. Even if like 6 months, a year from now, whenever they decide Spider-Gwen needs to be put a new #1, right? Maybe then let her go back.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Other news that we have just announced: DC All-In Saga: Darkseid versus the World by Scott Snyder and Sanford Green, DC KO epilogue. So that's cool.
Give Sanford Green your money, people.
Yeah, do it now. And speaking of Scott Snyder confirms Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman will meet for the first time this November. Also, give your money to Scott. Give your money to Scott.
Yes, always. Absolutely, always.
Martha.
That's going to be amazing. That is going to be amazing. I can't wait for that. And all the signatures I need on that cover.
I just still hope that Absolute continues to stay out of the DCKO main title events. I understand that it's still technically connected because it's Darkseid, it's just pulling energy from there and making them nice and strong. But still, like let's keep them separate. I still like it very separate. If you're gonna note anything, note it in the main timeline. Make it like the Absolute timeline is completely ignorant to all of it.
Keep it going.
I think after this DCKO epilogue, we'll probably get some interdimensional crossing over.
Yeah. It's gonna happen
for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I don't want it rushed, which doesn't seem like they're doing, but I also don't want it done like the event was the event. Like if they're gonna do it like smaller, like more like secluded, like just like swap an absolute with a main. Just swap them. Just something that's like contained, not a big event again.
Yeah, with that. With that, we bring you rumors, and I got one rumor that I really gotta break down. Juan, we heard that little birdie told us that you killed it with your C2E2 coverage.
Oh yeah, I did.
Maybe
I think I did. Somebody said that I did. Well, I first day literally ran over to Ryan Brown and Charles Soule's table to get the 1 in 500 Zane that they put together, and read this.
So it's a continuation of 8 Billion Genies, like one shot.
Yes, sir.
Mother.
That guy right there is the red one, and it continues. So after 8 Billion Genies ends, this happens, and so if you know the story, anytime the world gets to 8 billion, everyone on the planet Earth gets a genie. So it happens again. But the red one basically is like offing people because he doesn't want to go back to all of that. And
so he's keeping the population under 8 million.
Yeah. Yeah. He's keeping it under. So it's really quick and it's pretty cool. But from what I heard from Ryan Brown, he said that they're going to be doing an ongoing here coming soon. I don't know if he was messing with me because we took a couple shots. We've been drinking, but he said it was going to be possibly an ongoing with this new character.
With that announcement, I will state that I will add a genie.
A genie?
I will add a Ryan Brown genie.
Add the red one.
I may add the red one. I have a genie plushie at home because they did that a few years ago. I didn't get the vampire genie. I just got the regular genie. But yeah.
But do you have a genie koozie?
I don't have a genie koozie. I don't need a genie koozie. But
with the lamp wick on the back.
The lamp wick, which is the bar that takes place in 8 Billion Genies. Fantastic series. And I don't know if you are aware, Juan.
Yes.
But Ryan Brown was Paulo's roommate in college.
Really?
Yes.
I knew this was a fact time. I knew it was. I was ready.
Fun fact.
I only have water.
Yeah, he always does the same segue into a fact. We're ready.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
About
Did
one
you
of the
get
cool...
one of his mystery bags?
I didn't. He had a VHS tape in him and all that jazz.
They were such a cool idea.
He was trying to get rid of all this crap he's trying to say. But one of the cool things that I got to do was Ryan Brown and Charles Soule had an after party after the first day, and I got to go to the Logan Arcade and do this scavenger hunt. So at each section of the arcade, there's a clue, and the first clue is on this card, which is the first genie is found where you find Will Williams. So if you know who Will Williams is, he is the bartender at the Lampwick. So that's your first clue. So you go to the bar at the Logan Arcade to find this little like black piece of paper that is they use like a UV pencil or pen or something. Then you have this little UV flashlight that you have to flash on it, and then it'll tell you what the next clue is. And as you go through all 6 of them, the 6th one says, if you want to do 7 and 8, then you'll have to go to Ryan Brown and Charles Soule's table at C2E2. So then he gave me these 2 stamps and then signed the card that was your scavenger hunt card, which was pretty cool. And if you've never been to the Logan Arcade in Chicago, Illinois, it was my first time there. Pinball machines right when you walk in, a plethora of beer and liquor there. So if that's your bag, that, you know, like me, I love to drink. And then you have a bunch of like 80s and 90s arcade games in the back. They had Dance Dance Revolution. They had a Jurassic Park game. They had everything. And I was standing at the Mortal Kombat 2 forever because no one can take your boy down. So I only had to put 2 quarters in, but I was whipping everybody's booty with Liu Kang because I remembered all the moves. Back forward punch. I was whipping everybody's ass, man. It was hilarious. Like one knows how to. I was like, man, you don't understand, man. When this game came out, I was 9 years old when this game came out. So
we know how old you are, Juan.
Do the math. But it was a fun time. I had a fun time in Chicago. C2E2 was pretty fun.
How old was I when Mortal Kombat 2 came out?
Oh God, here we go.
Fun fact: we don't need this one. We don't need.
I was a year and 3 months.
Oh Lord.
So
you're a baby.
Of the con, Juan, what was the best part of the con itself? You got to pick one. You had 4 days. You had 4 days.
Best part of the con. I don't know, man.
40,000 steps in 1 day, but
yeah, it was like 40,000 in one. It's like 73,000 in 4 days that I walked.
Oh man, you got to be sore.
Monday, I was trying to get up and do my comic collection Monday, and my leg said, "Nope, you're laying in bed all day. There's no way you're doing this."
I mean, to be fair, if I did the same amount of walking Juan did, it'd probably be half that. But that's a terrible joke.
Oh, because I'm so short.
Wow. And I'm so tall. That was.
I am offended as well.
No, it's probably true. He's probably right. No, I think the cosplay was amazing. They had this one that really stuck out. Someone did a big head Doctor Strange, and this big head was like seriously maybe 5 feet wide, and he was like 7 feet tall. And as he was going down Artist Alley, he was basically, everyone was like trying to duck underneath him, but he was so massive and he had these massive hands. Probably one of the best cosplays that I've seen. That, and I don't know what else, but the cosplays was freaking awesome, man. Everyone's cosplay was really dope this year.
My last question, best creator interaction.
Best creator interaction. I'm gonna have to say Ryan Brown, man. Ryan Brown was awesome at his booth and then at the Logan Arcade. He just seems like a really down-to-earth dude. He just talked to me about anything, and he's asked me where I was from, and he was pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy. I would say Ryan Brown. He's pretty humorous. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, you did a good job with the videos. I mean, Dimitri, you can attest to this. It is very stressful to try and make a video in a convention and then have it be a decent video and not just fumble it, right? Like to actually get some good footage and turn it into something worth posting, very difficult. I gotta say, you did it quite a few times. Like nice amount of like quality and quantity. I have to say, you really you covered it well. I would be very surprised if,
well, thank you.
Hopefully
let's do it.
We're
Juan, you're coming.
We're
trying.
Wherever. We're trying to share a bed. We're always trying to share a bed, me and Juan. And
it's the bed.
Was
it's
like,
really,
you're
it's not
sharing
the
a bed
Comic-Con.
with me.
It's not the Comic-Con we're excited about. It's the bed.
Yes.
Right.
That's what it is.
Sleeping arrangements.
A twin. It's got to be a twin bed.
Oh God.
You added something in here. It's called story time. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, what is this in the notes? Story time?
Hear me out. All right. Hear me out.
All right.
I couldn't sleep, and this idea came in my head because I think about Ryan Stegman when I'm in bed. Right. So
yep.
I was thinking about the Creationist from the X-Men Annual that Ryan Stegman wrote.
Yes.
I was thinking about how that character needs to be used somehow. And I also just recently finished New Avengers, right? Sam Humphries wrapped up his great run with number 10. And I had this like idea of like how it could continue, right? So I like wrote a little plot for it. So I have this idea, right? And Jeremiah, you could correct me if it even makes sense or not, because it might not. You might have to swap out characters to make it work better. But I'm thinking the Jackal comes back, right? Or a Jackal, whatever Jackal manages to survive.
The Jackal, go on.
Right? So here we go. The Jackal comes back. He kidnaps the Creationist. But that's not enough. He also kidnaps Sage, and we'll get there, right?
Okay.
He does a Illuminati cloning thing, right? And he makes Quentin Quire clone. which is like his best friend now. He's got a best friend, Quentin Quire, as a clone. How he got the DNA, we don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet. That'll be
the hard process, but he got it.
Yeah. So we're at this point where he has a Quentin Quire clone and he's kidnapped the Creationist and Sage. That's all you need to know. We don't need to know how it happened, but that's what we got going on.
Mhm.
So then he approaches what's left of Weapon X, right? Because Weapon X is always trying to rebirth itself, right? So he approaches whatever version is currently in existence, and he's like, "Hey, I got this little situation here. I got my new clone best friend, and I got these two people I kidnapped. I think we could do some good work together." So what he does is he has the Creationist and Sage with her photogenic memory, and Quentin Quire with his mind powers. The three of them combined can make temporary but perfect one-of-one clones. Like perfect to the DNA, right? The three of them combined, some magical combination that the mind and the powers and they mix, right? And you have this. Think of Krakoa when you had Gold Balls and Charles and everyone.
Oh, good.
The perfect combination. Make the clones, right?
Sell your point with using Krakoa.
That's
powers combined.
Yep.
But keep going.
The powers combined, right? You have the three unique abilities, but when you combine them, you get something special. So the three of them together, even though one of them is technically a clone, three of them together, you can get a one-of-one temporary clone. So he makes a one-of-one temporary of Wolverine and of Luke Cage, and he pitches this to Weapon X as, what's the bad thing about Wolverine? Like, what's his one flaw? And they're like, oh, he's always angry. And he's like, no, not that. He's like, the healing factor. Like, it's quick, but is it quick enough? Like, there's still downtime when it gets really blown up and messed up. But Luke Cage doesn't deal with that. So you take Wolverine and Luke Cage, and when you put them together, you get absolute Wolverine.
How much NyQuil did you have before this?
Yeah, I was about to ask, are you taking edibles now?
So the final touch to it is, because of the way Jackal can clone and make the Illuminatis, he basically has a Luke Cage Wolverine combo that believes he's from another universe, because that's the way he programmed him, and that the new Avengers are who destroyed his universe. So he has this life of suffering. Yeah.
So just, you created a new Black Panther.
No, it's absolute Wolverine. Because the idea is Luke Cage would not only make him not really need his healing ability because he's like almost invincible, but also he wouldn't be short anymore. And he would then be the absolute version just because he's not short anymore. Get it? It's just a bigger version. He's like average height.
5'5".
5 of 5. Hold on, what are you reading? This is a 5 of 5. What?
Hey.
No, he's 5'5". 5'5".
5'3".
Panelist podcast.
Yeah, no, but this one's average height, 5'5".
5'5".
Right, yeah. He's absolutely.
He's just a bigger
taller.
version.
I didn't say he's like huge. I just said he's taller.
Panelist podcast.
It's okay.
Panelist podcast.
Great idea.
Thanks so much, Kyle. Thank you so
you know
much.
that scene in Billy Madison where it's a game show host that says everyone in this room is now dumber for having heard?
There was something.
The Creationist is coming back. There's something there.
There's a grain there. There's a grain there. I'm sure.
I don't know if it gets to absolute Wolverine.
You gotta talk to Stan.
I mean, anytime Jackal shows up, I'll be game. But
you wait. You're gonna see my name on this 2-part mini that they will cancel issue 2 of.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you missed it, we had a bonus stream earlier. Check out what Kyle unboxed. He took things out of his box. He put it on a table. He showed everyone, and then he put it all
Wanted
away.
to meet you were there.
Yep. New interviews are also live. White Sky with William Harms and Demon Run with Ethan Young. Now on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. Next Wednesday, we'll be talking with Matthew Rosenberg about his new image book, If Destruction Be Our Lot, going live April 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, as always, I would like to present to you our t-shirt. Please.